and welcome here to the 12th round of the Craftsman Cup Series, and we're coming to you at Talladega Super Speedway. Yes, it is also the last chance for someone to enter their way in to the All-Star race, which is next week, actually. So we'll be flying back over to Hartlepool in England for that one. Looking forward to that one next week. That should be some cracking races there. But anyway, I digress. We're on to today. And starting on the pole, as you can see, is the zero of the championship leader. Wes McCoy has been leading the championship, I believe, since round 4. So, yeah, good stuff there from Wes. And alongside him is the winner from the last time that we raced at Talladega. This time he's starting on the front row this time. That is Cody Larbers in the Interstate Batteries Chevy. Then on row 2, you can see the 10 driving a different sponsored car this time, not the Valvoline car that we have grown and loved to see. That's Jesse Turner driving the number 10 car. And next to him, Levi McIntyre needs a good run here. He's had some decent runs. He was leading up at Nazareth until the car conked out. We have seen him be up at the front a few times, but results hasn't gone his way. So let's see how, well, let's hope things can turn around from the 88 team. So let's get this white pace car moving, and we will get ready for 57 laps. I can't do the maths what 57 times 2.6 is, but it's a long race. As the 42 cars then head out onto the track, here's the rest of how we'll look for today's race. So that's how the 42 cars then look for this race here at Talladega. It doesn't matter where you basically qualify, you've just got to be in position to win it. Like I said, Cody Lammers won this race from the back of the grid. Let's see if he can win it from the front of the grid. Or can Wes McCall actually, well, maybe extend his championship lead after the disastrous one he had last week at Minnesota. Anyway, it's showtime at Talladega. We've already, well, they've already gone 4 wide and 5 wide before the start finish line. The green flag is out. Oh, and Brent Wintergreen and Carson Green have already scraped the wall. It's not going to bring out a caution now, but some cars then already onto the inside of the track. But problems early on, and I mean, look at Jessica Shelton. She's already gained, well, like at least 5, 7, 9 spots in the process. But you can see there's damage then to the 07 and the 15, and you can tell, well, they've already lost the draft. It's going to be a disaster, so they need a caution in a hurry. Meanwhile, back up front, and it is Cody Lammers then into the lead. Now, he has fallen out of the top 10 for the first time this season. And is he going to lead this first lap, or will the pole sitter take the position back? It's going to be close side by side across the start-finish line. I believe Cody may have just led that lap. And indeed he does, and he gets 5 bonus points. So Cody will happily take that 5 points, and he will fall all the way down to nearly the back of the grid now, because that's what's going to happen. You could just see in the background in the 15 and the 07, they decided to stay out. Well, I think, well, mostly the 07, because he hit the outside wall quite hard. And now cars then flirting on the inside, on the outside. Now here comes Nathan Hudson in that kind of like red number 6. I was trying to find a colour for it there, but I couldn't think of it there. But Colin Jones will go 4 wide. He'll stick the 6 in the middle along with the 00. And Dylan Young now out on the high side. along with the 32 of Charles Stanfair, who goes beneath the 2. And then right behind them now is the 45 of Kyle Matthews. And Brandon Ross has also got may have lost the draft there too, by the looks of it and all. There he is there. I don't know if there's been a problem as well with Brandon Ross. So problems for the 21. Let's look at James Qualls with Christian Martin and Seth Cole and Liam Ervig and Trent Dunham. As this big, massive gaggle of cars then are leading. And who's going to be leading across the start-finish line that time? It will be Daniel Voiles in the M&M's Ford. Now, the problem here with this track is if they go 5 wide, they will most certainly wreck, especially at a corner. Here comes Ali Rain. There she is, the winner from last week. And hopefully she will improve up in the points. There's been some dangerous... Look at them. They're like leaning on each other there with the cars are too wide in the middle. The cars on the inside and the outside of things and all. But, yeah, that always scared me. There was, you know, we saw last season's race, the one that Cody Lammers was, accidents happening going into turn 3, and because of that. Anyway, it looks like Voiles is going to lead yet another lap with Ali Rain and Michael Norman on the inside. The Jim Beam Chevy of Brand Tedesco going underneath the 5 car. You can see they're going 4 wide. Oh, well, I see going 4 wide was fine. But now they're wrecking. And upside down goes the championship leader. Oh, and that's a hard hit there. That's Zachary Fitzwater hitting the 49 around. Kyle Matthews involved. So too is the 42 of Jack Mitchell. Dylan Young's involved. Diego Ospina, as well as the 00 Sky Commons. Brandon Ross there was trying to bob and weave his way like it was a moving chicane. Does it again, trying to get by the 00. But the 29 day, he is out of the race. And meanwhile, the whole pack will lead them back to the caution flag, and it'll be Ali Rain that will lead them. So caution is out then on lap number 6. Let's see if all of these drivers can slow down without any contact, which I hope they do. Yeah, I think they'll start slowing down. Carson Gum getting into Chris Summers. And now they'll have to slow down when they get by over skid marks and all that. But there you go, caution's out then. First time today, they're all getting in order. So here's a replay. And here's a replay then from the Goodyear Blimp. I was just said a lap ago, if you go 5 wide, they will almost certainly wreck. And look, and you can see there, Trent Dunham, Oscar Plant, Levi McIntyre, Dylan Young, and the 97 there of Diego Ospina. They do go 5 wide. And then there's the contact. And basically the 0 got squashed up against the outside wall and then goes up and over. Absolute disaster again. The championship leader involved in an early accident yet again. Jack Mitchell just barely gets by. Fitzwater slams into Austin LaPlante, and that's when the engine is now blown up. But yeah, there was about 8 or so cars involved in that, and it was all because of a 5 wide situation. So without further ado, let's get some onboard replays. Well, we're right on board then with Dylan Young. Let's have a look at it from his perspective. There's the 500 champion, Nick Gunter. I think he gets involved, didn't he? No, he just missed us out. Now we go on board with Kyle Matthews. Oh, okay, Colin Jones also got a piece of it. It's a scary ride for West McCall, and the car keeps going. And on board with Jack Mitchell. Yeah, it just happens so fast in front of you. You can't react to that. And there's Fitzwater. And you see LaPlante spinning around. A little bit of interesting developments here by looks of it. Looks like Ali Rain is going to pull into the pit lane. Some drivers then opt to stay out. The 37 of Alex Rowe, Danny Wells, Jessica Shelton, Brand Tedesco, Joshua Collard, Cody Lammers, Michael Norman, Dylan Poteet, Summers, McCrory, McLean. Yeah, so I think half the field has gone into the pits and half the field have stayed out. Interesting decision here, as we're on lap 6 or 7. I said it again without even meaning to say it. I do apologise. I really do apologise. I hate that phrase, and I don't know why I said it. Anyway, Ali Rain goes out, followed by Daniel Voiles, as we're looking at Matt McIntyre and his Caterpillar Dodge. In goes Jesse Turner. Ooh, nearly comes out then in front of his surnamesake. And there's the damaged car of Wes McCall. Now, his car going to be battered and is out. Out goes Jesse Turner. Out goes Brandon Ross. So I don't know what happened to him that caused him to lose the draft there. Wintergreen comes out, hopefully to fix that damage that happened on the very first lap. And out goes Carson Green and no, but other cars were involved in the pits, but they were involved in the incident, and you just saw that pink car, Kyle Matthews, unfortunately out of the race. But it looks like to me that Wes McCall is going to stay on the track. And indeed he does. He's going to come out there. Mechanics have sort of fixed a little bit of the car. And out he goes. So let's get back to the green flag. Right, we are back again, and we are going to go back to the green flag. We're going to be on lap 10 out of 57. Alex Rowe stayed out, and he will take the race lead, and he will get 5 very worthy bonus points there, considering he is way back in the points, dead last, I think. Defending champion Danny Wells there in second. Third is Jessica Shelton. Don't forget, Shelton started 41st. She's already up to third. Branta Disco in fourth. Then Joshua Collard in fifth. Cody Lammers, the outside post, at the sixth. Seventh is Michael Norman. Eighth is Dylan Pulte. Ninth is Chris Summers. And Andy McCrory completes the top 10. Ali Rain was the first one to come out in the pits. She restarts 24th position. And Alex Rowe is going to bring the field back to the green flag. Lap 10 out of 57. So what? 26 miles have already been completed. Another loads many to go. Three wide for fourth place. Michael Norman is going to stick his killer's car on the inside, put Joshua Collard and Jessica Shelton on the outside. The 17 with the 18 also on the outside. But looks like, oh, here comes Sadisco down low on Danny Wells. That'll be for second. Here comes Matt McLean in the 31. Not the typical orange car, but the other car that he's got, the white one. And right behind him is Tamer Oskin in the 16 for Rouse Racing. Now, he would have heard through his radio that his teammate Diego Espina, unfortunately, is out of the race because the car was badly damaged to continue on after that lap 6 wreck. As Dylan Pulte now goes low and tries to take the lead away, and as the car's moving about on the backstretch, you can see Matt McIntyre then going down 2 lanes to block the run from Daniel Voiles in that 38 M&M's Ford, but still, Alex Rowe at the moment. The rookie's doing so far so good, and it's a much needed a desperate good run here for the 37 bunch, because they are so far back in the points. Like I said, 42nd and last, and then about 120 points off the next guy that's in there, that's 41st in the standings. Although he didn't lead that lap this time by, because Summer Oskin just crosses the line, and here comes Oskin's teammate, the 6 of Nathan Hudson, to the point now, alongside the 44 of Noah Cars. And you've got some more Hendrick teammates working together, the 5 and the 48 in the middle. And look, that white car there, there's the 500 champion, Nick Gunther, working his way through the middle. And now you've got James Quo, so you've got basically all the Hendrick drivers here, basically now up in the top 10. Cars to the lead, and here comes James Quo. James Quo's just missed out on a win last season when he lost to the 42 car of Coldiva. Only missed out by 11 thousandths of a second, and here he is here, going up into the front and lead that lap, and he will get 5 points. And now onto the inside is the Fujifilm car. That is Seth Cole. Seth Cole has had a real dramatic drop in the championship, so it's a must-needed performance here from the 41 team. You can just see his teammate RJ Bishop, who's sitting second, who's just gone into the inside, and a record on the backstretch. Caution's out, second time today. More drivers involved. Gunther was involved. There goes Matt McLean, and Andy McCrory, nowhere for him to go. Well, I'm actually kind of amazed there was only so little cars there. Charlie Buxton's got damage. Colin Jones also has some damage. Nathan Hudson looks like he's got some left side damage on his Ford. And here comes the rest of the field then. They're making their way back here to the caution flag. And it will be Seth Cole that will lead them to caution number 2. Something quite a rare thing to have an accident on the backstretch. Let's take a look at a replay. Again from the Goodyear blimp, because this is probably the best view that you can see. The 31 and the 89, they're just sort of like touching each other there. And then they stick together and then goes into Nathan Hudson. Nowhere for Nick Gunther to go. Dylan Pulte. Oh, Danny Wells has got a slight bit of damage. Oskin's pushing the 11 around. Look at Pulte trying to get by the 89. Yeah, it doesn't make any contact. That's some performance. That's some avoidance there. Not really a lot of cars involved, and that's when the 31 gets turned around by Nathan Hudson. So yeah, I'm actually kind of amazed so little cars were involved in it, considering they were basically in the middle of the pack. Very impressed, actually, as we're just looking further back here. But there is Anthony McCrory. We saw that car race at Daytona, and he gets involved in yet another incident. And there's Nick Gunther ploughing in the grass. And we'll go on board here with Dylan Pulte. Watch this. Kept this go here. There's the contact. And on board with Matt McLean, you can see Charlie Buxton, the rookie, really giving Matt no room at all. I think Nathan Hudson in frustration then just spins him out. And again, there was nowhere for McCrory to go. We'll go on board with Joshua Collard. He came across the line 27th. See how he avoids this accident. Cars that bumping them between the flat part and the banking. Back again here, and it looks like more people were coming in. These are mostly the drivers that didn't come into the pits after the first caution. The likes of Matt McIntyre, Christian Martin, and Carson Gum, and Daniel Voles and Ali Rain, they did pit during the first caution, so they stay out. And it looks like, oh, there's a lot more damage there on the 31. There's a lot more damage there, because we looked at the replay. There wasn't that too much damage on the 31, as well as the 0. So something's happened there, coming into the pits here. It's just always a bit of a nightmare scenario here when drivers are in the pit lane. Yeah, so Nathan Hudson pulls in. The 31 has got a lot of front end damage. I don't know who he basically backed into, but is it enough to put the 31 car out of the race? I don't know. I really don't know. Anyway, there's Wes McCall. He's going to come into the pits. Cody Lamberson just comes out. Jessica Shelton also comes out. Oh, and Wes McCall's gone. Championship leader out of the race. I wonder if the 31 and the 0 must have made contact. But there you can go. You only just saw it there for just a glimpse second. And the 0 car, the 0 team, Wes McCall, the championship leader, out of the race. We could have a look at what happened to Matt McLean here. Right, let's have a look at this. This is another case of a Jack Mitchell Motegi just drove in anger and just took someone out. Let's see. Now the cars are getting walled up here. Coming to the caution flag. You see Charlie Buxton pulling out, as well as Danny Wells. So something must have happened there to the 7 of Brandon Tedesco. Now you can see Nathan Hudson. He pulls out as well, and then yeah, they get all stacked up. Levi just slightly gets into the back of Brandon Ross, and that's where it happened. It was just a domino effect. The 31 just drove into the 88. The 15 bumped into the 31. The 42 and the 11. And you could also see Wes McCall did exactly the same thing on Brent Wintergreen, and that's how he got his front end damage too. So it was just basically a stack up. Oh, here comes Anthony McCrory. Just made slight side contact with Wes McCall, but it was still not good enough to keep Wes's car from coming out of the pit lane, because like I says, he is out of the race as well as the 31. But it was just a complete and utter stack up trying to get in position to go into the pits. Well, welcome back again to Talladega for the CCS of the Craftsman Cup Series. Don't forget, looking forward to next week's race, the All-Star race. These drivers that haven't haven't punched a ticket into the All-Star race. Matt McIntyre hasn't just yet, but he could be, as well as behind him, Christian Martin. You can see him in the 12. He's not got his way into the All-Star race, but if he wants to do it, he's got to win this race. But anyway, we're going to get back to the green flag. We've got to sell it on this one. Carson Gumming in 99, he's in the All-Star race because he took the pole a week ago at Minnesota, so that's why he is in the All-Star race. But we'll give you a rundown then of the top 10 coming to the green flag. So it's Matt McIntyre leading the way. Christian Martin in second, Carson Gumming third, Daniel Voles in fourth, and Ali Rain in fifth. Then in sixth is there's Jesse Turner. Colin Jones, who's been involved in the first incident. Hopefully the back end of his Aaron's Ford is not too badly damaged. The 49, the battered 49 of Austin Plant is in 8th place. Seth Cole in 9th. And I was going to say Jeff Gordon now. James Qualls completing the top 10. The 49 is going to be a bit of an issue though because of the damage there done to the rear of the BAM Racing Dodge. So here we go then. We are going to get back then to the green flag. We're going to be on lap 18 out of 57. And the flagman's waved the green flag. And here we go again. Now we've got to pay attention here to the 49. Yeah, more drivers then unfortunately was out of the race because of the stack up there. And there you can see the 49. Sanford's going to go by. RJ Bishop is going to turn a little bit to the right. No, he's going to... Don't stick it behind him, RJ. Oh, and now Austin's going to block you now because of it. So Alex Rowe then went down low and passes them, no problem. It's just like he's holding up a stack of cars behind him. Yeah, Austin has held up quite a lot of drivers there. And I tell you what, that's no fault through his own. He went to the inside to move out of the way, but unfortunately RJ was the biggest sufferer out of all that, as well as Bantadisco and Josh Pollard. And now they're gonna, well, they've got a lot of catching up to do now, really. So the field is kind of depleted into three squads now. Still McIntyre leads the way. Matt that is. Oh, and here comes Voiles. He goes down low to make a pass on Christian Martin in that Altel Dodge. Unfortunately, his teammate Dylan Young is out of the race, but Ali Rain, she's there, up in 5th. Just about to pass Carson Gump for that 4th spot. Because in NASCAR terminology, what Carson Gump has just about done is he was clotheslined, hung out to dry on the outside line. It was, oh wow, I thought Ali Rain nearly losing it there, not unless if the 24 may have bumped her going into the tri-oval there. But now, again, Matt McIntyre still leads the way. And now Voiles is going for 2nd position, which he does take it from Christian Martin. You can see the pack behind there, led by Jessica Shout with Charlie Buxton, who's got some damage, don't forget, because of that caution on lap 13, I think it was. On the backstretch there, you can see. Oh no, my apologies, that's Alex Rowe. Alex Rowe has led a few laps there. He's passing on the inside of Shelton, as well as Cody Lammers, who started on the outside pole. There he is. There's Charlie Buxton. And right behind them then is Sam Oskin, these are the drivers that was kind of stuck behind the 49 of Austin the Plant. So they're trying to hopefully draft their way to catch up to this pack of cars. And you can see there, RJ has really lost out there. I don't think he's suffered any type of damage, but he's side by side with his rookie teammate, the 42 of Jack Mitchell. Jack there sitting in 30th position, followed by Brent Wintergreen, who's still not recovered then from the accident right off the very first corner. And there's Levi McIntyre, who did start 4th place. I did say he needed a good run, but not going to happen then, unfortunately for him. Still Matt McIntyre leads the field as they're going on to the tri-oval yet again. This time it's Chris Summers. There comes a good run there from Pulte with Ervig and Colin Jones and Noah Cars in there and all. So yeah, Matt McIntyre is doing a great job holding the field to still lead the way on lap 22 out of 57 now. So it's still Matt McIntyre, followed by Chris Summers and Dylan Poteet in that Dodge number 19. Elvik trying to help the 19. And now Summers goes up top, and he's going to sacrifice a few positions because of that. And here comes one of Summers' teammate there, Noah Cars there in the 44. All Hendrick drivers then are in this battle here for the lead. There's the 5 of Michael Norman, right behind the 99 of Carson Gum. And the first car on the, the last car on the inside, here you can see the Star Wars light blue number 24 with the yellow wing on the end of it. That's James Qualls. There he is, just seen him just in shot, right behind Daniel Voiles in that M&M's car. And now Poteet with a good run there off of Noah Cars as they look, Jessica Shelton and Alex Rowe, and well, Cody Lamb was thinking about going 3 wide for that. But yeah, now looks like we're going to have Dylan Poteet, and that's going to be big as well, because don't forget now, Wes McCall is out of the race, so Poteet is sitting, what, 3rd in the championship? This will be big for him as well, because he comes into this, well, I think it was like less than 100 points now behind McCall, and now Poteet's going to lead the lap, and that's 5 precious points to the 19 bunch. Now we go 4 wide as Hendrick teammates are there, the 48 and the 24. Trent Dunham is there. And there's Jamie Smith. Not talked about a lot about Jamie Smith in this race. There he is in that red Lucas number 4. He started in 27th place. Don't forget, Jamie finished 2nd in the Daytona 500 race, losing out to Nick Gunther, but he had a rocket ship of a car. The team decided not to bring the car. They brought the red car instead, and let's see if it can handle, well, drive and the same as the car that they raced at Daytona. Looks like it's doing well so far. Looks like he's going to go 4 wide, put Trent Dunham in the middle. But Voiles has got back into the lead, as I just saw James Qualls helping the 44. So teammates there working together. Oh, that was close. Now, I've just heard the car go by on my headset, so they are coming to go by a lapped car, and it's Austin the Plant. Don't forget, he restarted 8th place, and because of the damage there done to that Dodge, yeah, his car is quite badly damaged. Jamie Smith then, into the lead. He'll be thanking Michael Norman to push him there to the lead, but no, Michael Norman goes low. So will Jamie Smith hold on and get 5 points? I don't think he will. Michael Norman's got the speed, and Michael will lead that lap, so he will get 5 points, as we're nearly going 4 wide, sorry, for the lead, and Michael Norman shuts the door right both in Carson's and Ali Rain's face. And here comes the 41 SF Cole back down on the inside with the rookie Colin Jones behind. Now they're catching up to the lap car, well, the slow car of Austin Plant, and that will put him a lap down. I tell you what, the 3rd pack is not really caught up to these 3 drivers here. Joshua Collard is not really catching up. There's a pack of cars right here, but they've not really caught up to these 3 drivers there. Now then, Ali Rain looks like she's gone back into the lead. Don't get held up behind the 49. She has done. And a few other cars will have as well. And Carson Gum led that lap this time, about a round. And now that's going to be splitting up the lead pack. Yeah, you can see Austin. I mean, Austin's doing nothing wrong. He's just racing by, well, he's now racing by himself. But the problem is there was, excuse me, the traffic after Bob and weave their way past the slower car. Now, is that going to enable the 3 cars behind of Rowe, Lammers and Shelton to catch up here to the back of Charles Sandvin, now they've got stuck behind the 49? So now we've only got 6 cars now battling for the lead as they go single file. 7th place then is Ali Rain. Then it looks like it's Liam Irving and James Qualls that are battling for 8th. And then in 10th place is Dylan Poteet. And now Carson Gum goes to the high side, and he will happily let Jamie Swift go by and takes the lead. Jamie hasn't led a lap. He was on course to lead in the lap a couple of laps ago, but only losing out to Michael Norman, who is in this lead pack. And now that 2nd pack of cars are trying to catch up. And now the three cars, like I said, of Alex Rowe. Oh my good lord, the 38 and the 44. They almost touched. And now the problem is that as the Austin plant is holding up now Shelton, Lamas and Alex Rowe, and that's going to enable a lot of these drivers here, Brian Tedesco and Sama Oskin, to catch up with them. Now then, the 77 of Ali Rain, she is trying to catch up with the 6 drivers ahead as they go 3 wide for the lead, with Oils on the inside, Carson Gum. Yep, and I mean, look how quick the 77 is. Yep, so they've hinged themselves together. Now, can Seth Cole and Jesse Turner and Christian Martin catch up here now? They are just barely in the draft, if you will. There we go. Oh, and the caution is out. Caution's out again. Oh, and it's happened. What's happening in turn 1? Oh, looks like Oskin's having trouble. And I think Austin Plant has also got collected as well. But I think Oskin, who was in the third pack of cars, it looks like he may have had contact, I presume, with the 49 of Austin Plant. So they're all coming back to the caution flag. Pulte then just going on the bottom of the track here, but Daniel Voiles then must have led to the caution flag. And yeah, you can see the pace car has picked them up. Here's a replay of what happened to bring out caution number 3. And yes, it did involve the 49. Here we go. They're coming across the start-finish line. Alex Rowe gets by, no problem. So too does Brian Tedesco. But just watch here with Sama Oskin. It looks like he just drives into him. Yes, to me, Sama Oskin must have drove into him. I think we're going to have a different look at it from a different angle here, but looking at that perspective, it looked like to me Sama Oskin drove into Austin. Here we go. Here's a better view of this. This is from the spectator view. Now, just watch the red and white number 16 car. Watch the lines. He goes up. Yeah, I reckon that he goes up. I think that was just a completely misjudgment on Sammet's part, and that's a hard hit from Austin. Yeah, and the plant then also goes and spins the 16 out there. But my first initial thought there was Sammet driving into Austin the plant, and it was just a complete and utter misjudgment there from the 16. Oh, looks like the 16 could be in trouble going into the big red truck after the race, as looks like more drivers are coming into the pit lane. But interesting, Ali Rain, Jesse Turner and Colin Jones decide to stay out. Interesting call then from them. So it looks like Ali Rain's going to come back and lead the field to the green flag. And in comes Poteet, in comes Dunham. Oh, I thought Jessica Shelton nearly drove into Dylan Poteet. So anyway, the field then into the pit lane. Voiles was the first to come in, and he makes his pit stall. In comes Carson Gum, and there is Matt McIntyre coming in, as well as Charles Sanford. It's a very wide pit lane, I have to say. 2 tyres by looks of it for the 38. Jamie Smith may come out ahead of the 38. Yeah, I think he is. Maybe it was just a few only stop from the 4 bunch. Now, has anyone come out ahead of them too, as we have a look? And yeah, Carson Gum. Yeah, it must have been a few only pit stop for Carson Gum, and he's going to come out then in 4th position. So an interesting pit stop is going to be made. Some of them going for a few only. Some of them going for 2 tyres, possibly 4. We'll get back then to the green flag. So we're back again to get back to the green flag here again at Talladega. Oh, and there's a problem already for Colin Jones, who was in 3rd position. Well, he's not going to be 3rd for too much longer now, it would seem, as he's pulled off to the inside below the yellow line. So it looks like there has accounted a problem with Colin Jones. Anyway, we're going to go back to the green flag here, as we're going to be on lap 34 out of 57. Ali Rain leads the field, followed by Jesse Turner. Those 2 stayed out. Carson Gum was the second guy in, and I think to me it looks like the 66 may be out of fuel. That's what it looks like to me. Anyway, Carson Gum then now inherits 3rd place away from Colin Jones' demise. Then it's Jamie Smith in 4th, Daniel Voiles in 5th, James Cole 6th, his teammate Noah Cars in 7th, 8th is Matt McIntyre, 9th is the 5 of Michael Norman, and Trent Dunham completing the top 10. As there is Colin Jones heading into the pit lane, but we're going to be back onto the green flag, which Ali Rain will lead the way. This could cause a bit of a problem for both Ali and for Jesse. Here we go, we're going back to green flag. Gum going for second place on Jesse Turner. As the field now will make their way into turn 3. The 77 still holds the lead. 10 on the outside, followed by the 99 at Carson Gum. And it looks like Ali Rain's going to come into the pit lane. Yes, indeed she will. Ali Rain's going to come into the pit lane. And we saw this in the first Talladega race, didn't we? When Danny Wells made a pit stop and Noah Hart made a pit stop a lap afterwards. I wonder if that's the same thing that's going to happen to Jesse Turner, because he stayed out. And what a big blow this will be for Jesse Turner, because he comes into this in the top 5 of the championship, and Wes Bacall is out of the race, and he's the points leader. Also, another guy that's up there, you can just see that red with the green roof, number 19, that's Dylan Poteet. Look at them all fan out. Look at James Qualls going all the way to the bottom of the racetrack to try and go and make a pass on Voiles for second, but potentially now for the lead. I mean, you've got to keep an eye out here on Jesse Turner. Out goes Ali Rain, but look at Jesse Turner, and no. Oh, Carson Gum now goes into the pits. So Gum then, he made the pit stop, and I think there might be a problem with the 99. And he is now into the pits, unfortunately. So Carson Gum makes a pit stop. I think there must have been a problem with the car, as we're looking at Levi McIntyre and Brent Wintergreen. Now you've got Jack Mitchell and Sam Oskin there side by side. But this is the huge pack of cars then. Now we're battling here for the lead, and because of that massive gap there with Carson Gum, it's enabled James Qualls and Daniel Voiles to settle out for the lead themselves. And they've got a ginormous advantage over third place, which is led by Matt McIntyre. Now there's going to be a huge chase going on, because not only they're going to be battling here for position, they've got to try and catch up here with these two drivers. Now, this could be perfect here for Voiles and for Qualls, although being side by side is not going to help, because that is going to allow the chasing packs to catch up, even though they're going too wide themselves. But they'll be quicker than both the 24 and the 38, as Shelton now puts her tricks forward for Roush Racing now into third place, and still Qualls and Voiles are side by side. So Voiles now gets the lead. Carson Gum, you can see there just at the left of your screen, he's back out onto the track. Now they're going to single file formation there, but Ali Rain and Carson Gum, they're going to go side by side. That will be for position. That will be on the tail end of the lead lap, and someone else has made the pit stop, and that's Jesse Turner. And like I says, yeah, Turner, he's now a lap down. So Turner had the problem. Well, he didn't actually count a problem. He stayed out, but he made out one lap longer. And now he is now trapped a lap down. And you can see the whole field, the whole gang of cars. And now he comes back onto the track. Perfectly fine. Charlie Buxton gets by him no problem. Chris Summers too in the 48. There you can see him. And then just tucks in right behind. Well, and I think Trent Dunham's going to make a pass on the outside. I don't know if Joshua Pollard, his car's up to speed though after making that contact. There's Levi McIntyre's going for an overtake on Wintergreen. That'll be for the 26th spot. They're both on the end of the lead lap here. Now then, James Qualls back into the lead. And now Ali Rain, she's going to be put a lap down. The Voiles also in second place. Is the second pack catching up though to the two drivers out in front, which is now led by Michael Norman. Not for long, here comes Jamie Smith on the inside. The gap looks like it might be closing. Not that much though. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. They can sustain a bit of a gap there. And who's that way on the high side? That's the black and red number 44, the Pizza Hut Chevy. That is Noah Cars. And he's going to lose a few spots in the process of doing that there, as they're 4 wide behind. Cody Lammers in the 18, Alex Rowe in the 37. Having, I guess you could say, maybe his best run of the season so far. On the inside is Shelton, but Rowe says, no, you don't. You also got Sanford in the 32, Liam Irving in the 20, and there's Nathan Hudson, the Motegi race winner, up there. Now, you got Brandon Ross in the light blue 21, with the Jesus car behind him, Charlie Buxton, and the tail end of this pack of cars here, which is Brant Tedesco and Danny Wells. And now Alex Rowe has put his poker car up into 3rd spot. Let's see how quick they're going. They're going at 202 miles an hour. The leaders ahead are pretty much going at the same speed, so it's going to be very tough for the drivers further on back to catch up with these drivers. As Voiles now in the lead. He's put Gum and Ali Rain a lap down. Then it's James Qualls. That's him in 2nd spot. And then you got this gang of cars that's right behind them. Well, I wouldn't say right behind them. That's probably about like a half a second advantage, or maybe 3/4 of a second, as Rain unlaps herself. And so too will Carson Gum in the process. And if Qualls can take advantage of it, he can take the lead back. And here comes the pack. Led by cars, Sanford in the middle, Matt McIntyre down low, followed by Seth Cole in the 41, the green and white Fujifilm Dodge. That's for Chip Ganassi. No sign of RJ Bishop too, I've also noticed. Where is RJ? Is RJ out of the race? I can't see him. Oh, there he is. Battling here with Joshua Collard and Chris Summers. And there's Jesse Turner, who is a lap down, don't forget. Really, the driver that's going to be making a big impact then in points is the 19. There he is there, Dylan Pulte, because he is running in the top 3 in the championship. So this will really help him, considering now that Wes McCall yet again has retired from the race, and that's his point lead. Maybe lost or still be on, well, will still be leading the championship, but just by, well, not a lot really. But still, Alex Rowe there he's still trying to hold on to 3rd place. And he's trying for all his might. He's doing everything he can to hold on to the 3rd spot. Now here comes Tedesco in the 7. Getting some good help from Jamie Smith in the 4. As Matt McIntyre goes low. As you can see further ahead, James Qualls trying to lap the 99 yet again. Now they are catching up to someone else. That's Colin Jones in the 66. Who turned left when coming to the green flag. So they're catching up now on Colin Jones here. So now we've got 5 cars now battling. 2 of them are leading and 3 of them are trying to get on the lead lap. Now then, McIntyre has got up into 3rd spot. Jamie Smith has passed Alex Rowe on the outside for 4th. Here comes Michael Norman in that Kellogg Chevy. That's the Hendrick Motorsports car. Now then, is there still any movement then for them to catch up to the leaders? I don't think there is. The gap looks like it's still stayed the same. Nathan Hudson's starting to lose a little bit of the draft as well. There's the 9 of Danny Wells. And he's battling with Christian Martin. Don't forget, they were involved in an incident early on during one of those 3 cautions. So I think they have just missed, well, they're not in the draft now. They may fall into the clutches of Trent Dunham and Brandon Ross. And you can see the 10 of Jesse Turner. He is a lap down, and the 43's taking him with him. But unfortunately, though, for Chris Summers and RJ Bishop, they'll not be able to catch up with the 10 because the 43's got one heck of a run. Now then, we've got the 2 Joe Gibbs teammates side by side for position. How many laps to go? We're nearly coming in for 10 laps to go. Christian Martin, we've not talked a lot about Christian Martin. There he is there in the 12 machine on the inside. He could up there and pose a threat. Don't forget, a lot of these drivers here. Oh my good lord. Dylan Pulte turned sharp left. Must have saw the run that Jamie Smith had. when he made them pass on Martin. And now Sanford wants to go even lower on Jamie Smith and then tucks in behind as we're 4 wide yet again. Alex Rowe in the 37. Noah Carr's going a lane higher. It's just great racing here all throughout there. And now you can see Daniel Voiles then in the lead. James Quall second. And they got Poulty in third. Jamie Smith in fourth. But it's going for third place now. Underneath on the inside of Dylan Poulty goes the 4 car. And here comes the 32 of Sanford. Sanford knows how to race around these super speedways. He won the Daytona 500 1 season ago when he drove the 10 car. And Michael Norman's going to go 4 wide on the inside, put his good friend Seth Cole in the middle and Brant Disco. And Christian Martin's got no friends behind him. Now I think we've got 10 laps to go. Well, this next time by, we have 10 laps of racing to go. And there's 2 rows of 4 wide behind. Now they're catching up with still traffic. Wintergreen and Levi McIntyre. Now that's going to enable the second pack to catch up here. Now we've got a race on here. So that gap that Voiles and James Qualls had is going to diminish. And Daniel Voiles has been held up behind the slower cars of Wintergreen and the 88 of Levi McIntyre. James Qualls has freed himself, but here comes the second pack of cars now. Now we've got a full-on race with 10 laps to go. Oh wow, I thought Levi McIntyre looks like he was putting a block on Sanford. As it stands, it's still Voiles in second place. He's still trying to bob and weave through the slower traffic. That is Wintergreen. He finally gets through. Sanford's now into third. Matt McIntyre in the 22 is in fourth spot. But now that 5-car battle that had the leader in second place in is now gone down to 2. And they're going to be caught within a couple of laps, I'd say. As we're looking at Ali Rain in the 77, she's a lap down. There's the guy in second, Voiles, and there's the man right behind him in third place. And Jessica Shelton in that 17 car is now up to fourth place. Colin Jones going low. And in fifth place, there's the 22 of Matt McIntyre. Then in sixth place, there's Noah Cars in the 44. As there's more drivers being held up behind. Wintergreen holding up Christian Martin as well. Martin down goes low on the track, and now we've got 5 cars single file now, and they're going to try, well, they'll work together briefly here before they'll go side by side onto the backstretch, but they are catching up with the leaders, and then, yes, yet again, Matt McIntyre makes the move down to the inside first. Now then, Gum looks like he's going to unlap himself from James Qualls. That's going to enable this pack of cars to catch up now. And here comes Ali Rain. She unlaps herself again, but Voiles, he's on the lead lap, wanting the position back. Sanford's trying to go a lane low, and we're going to go 3 wide for the lead. Oh, this is going to be one heck of a finish. This is going to be one interesting finish here. We are down to less than 10 laps to go now. It's now Matt McIntyre that leads now, the 22 car. Then you've got Noah Cars in the 44. There's a few cars in this battle that are like a lap down or so. Now Ali Rain, she's on the tail end of the lead lap. The 22 behind is the leader, but Noah Cars in the 44 wants to overtake him and does as we go 3 wide yet again. But now Colin Jones in the 66 is taking Liam Irving and his teammate Cody Lammers to the front. With Seth Cole in the 41 and Tedisco in the 7, and in the 37, that is Alex Rowe. Oh, and now with Joe Gibbs' teammate are side by side. We're 3 wide now for the lead. Looks like the 20 car of Irving led that lap. As Matt McIntyre tried to go 1 lane higher above the 44. And Noah Carr says, no you don't. Now Seth Cole's gone to the lead. Seth Cole in the 41. First time we've seen him going up to the lead. And blocks the whole lines of cars behind him. But he's left the inside a little bit gaping, and he needs to shut that door because Tedisco's coming in that 7 car. And he just about shuts it. Oh, this is going to be so intense here. It's an absolute mess of cars there. You've got lap traffic in here. And you've got the lead lap cars here too. Seth Cole's going to get himself 5 points here for leading the lap. Goes down low. Jamie Smith goes even lower, but Alex Rowe puts a block on him, but it was too late. The 4 had one heck of a run into turn 1, and he's going to go from 4th to 2nd in the process. And there's Dylan Poulty in the 19. Oh, this is going to be one heck of a finish. I can guarantee you that there. Ali Rain still holds the lead. Well, still holds this lead. But like I said, she is on the tail end of the lead lap now. Poteet now takes the lead. Sanford the second. Carson Gum, he's a lap down. And now Matt McIntyre has gone up into third place. And now the 19 dives low on Ali Rain. Carson Gum going even lower than the 19. Tucks in behind him. 22, they're catching up on some more cars ahead. Who are they? It's Jack Mitchell and Sam Oskin. And there's Anthony McCrory there too, all by himself there. But Poteet now into the lead of the race. He could probably take the championship lead away from Wes McCall if he goes on to win this race. I don't know who's in second place. It might be the 22. It might be the 44 as the lap car of Carson Dunn is now on the inside of Poteet. But now we are side by side for second with the 44 and the 22. And Jessica Shelton, she's back up here too. At the tail end of the back there, that is Cody Lammers with Colin Jones. Jones is a lap down. Now Sefco goes to the inside line. How many laps to go there is now? 4 more laps to go. Poteet led that lap. Cars in second. Oh, here they come. They're catching up on the slow cars of Jack Mitchell and Sam Oskin. Where they're going to be? Where are they going to be? Here they come. They're off the backstretch. Here comes the leaders. Cars is going to the inside. What's Dylan Poteet going to do? The 42 slightly moves out the way. Sam Oskin does not move out of the way. And Oskin's going to cause a factor here on the end of this race. And I think Noah Cars has gotten away as well as Shelton. And Michael Norman has gone up into third place. I know there's a lot of people that are not happy with Sam Oskin. And now he's going to be even more worse known now in the paddock now because of that. And it's split the lead pack again. 3 more laps to go. Noah Cars leads. Shelton in second. Michael Norman in third. And then Alex Rowe into 4th spot. Here comes Voiles again, back in the 38. There he is. He's back up there too. Have they got by Sam Oskin? Poteet is still stuck behind Oskin. Finally, he's freed himself away from the 16. Christian Martin looks like he's also been held up too by a good few laps or so. And someone else as well. Ervig and Charles Sanford too. There's Christian Martin. Now he's going to try and get by the 16, but can't do it. And now Alex Rowe now leads this race. Oh, Daniel Voiles makes a real late lunge on the 37 and takes the lead as we've got 2 more laps to go now. You've got, don't forget, a spot for the All-Star race is up for grabs too. Voiles is not in it, so too is Alex Rowe. The 4 of Jamie Smith is also not in it. Tedisco's in it. Seth Cole's also in it. Cody Lammers, I can't mind if he's in it or what, I'm not too sure, but the 38 definitely isn't, and he's going to take the lead because we're going to get the white flag next time by. When they come across the tri-oval and then past it, we are going to hit the right flag. And Jamie Smith, he finished runner-up at Daytona. He's back in second spot, but Tedesco goes low too. As we're going to get the white flag this time by. Voiles leads the way. Now they're catching up on the slow car of Anthony McCrory. Hopefully he's too far ahead not to be a factor at the end of the race. But Matt McIntyre now, he's into second spot. James Qualls, he's not in the All-Star race at all. They are going to catch up with the 8. And McIntyre goes to the bottom of the track on Voiles, and he's going to take the lead position away. Voiles didn't really block the run. Here comes Matt McIntyre. He takes the position. He takes the lead, but he goes to the top of the track to try and pass the lap car of Andy McCurdy, and he's done so. Through goes Qualls, but he's not going to do it though. And coming then across the tri-oval, Matt McIntyre is going to win at Talladega. What can James Qualls do to get a win at Talladega? He finished second, losing out to Coldiva. He finishes second here yet again. But what an ending to the race that was there. Absolute brilliant from every one of those drivers. They kept it clean towards the end. You can see Christian Martin at the back of the background there. But what a race that was. Congratulations then to Matt McIntyre on winning yet another CCS race. And he is the last person to punch his ticket into the All-Star race. What a finish that was there. Well done to everybody. Oh, and then comes down right in front of Cody Lammers. Oh, and Shelton and Colin Jones. Oh, and to Disco too. Nearly losing it then going into the pit lane. So all the cars then heading their way into the pit lane. Thank you so much then for watching as Poteet comes in and finishes having a strong race there. So too did Shelton. But there is your winner, Matt McIntyre, winning round 12 at Daytona. Next week, we've got the All-Star race. We've got the qualifying and also the qualifying for the Open race and the All-Star race as well, where 3 drivers will try and qualify into the All-Star race. So thank you so much for watching. Give this race a like if you will. And here's the official results and the points after this amazing race at Talladega. So until then, we will see you next week for the All-Star Week.